The City Science Expo buzzed with excitement. Kids in lab coats raced around, carrying models of volcanoes, solar systems, and robotic arms. Judges in crisp suits walked in slow, serious steps. Clipboards pressed to their chests. In the middle of all of it stood 12-year-old Maya, Cotter small, shy, wearing an oversized hoodie and thick glasses that kept slipping down her nose. Her project didn't look like the others. No bright colors, no neat poster board cut into shapes. Just a simple table, a laptop with missing keys, and a strange, homemade device built from scrap metal, wires, and a broken walkie-talkie. Some kids snickered as they passed. What is that? A bomb ship probably found that in a junkyard. Look at her hoodie, she's not even dressed for the event. Maya kept her head down. She wasn't here for them. She was here for her mother. A single mom who worked double shifts and still found the money to buy Maya's small gadgets from thrift stores, because she believed in her daughter more than anyone else ever had. Make me proud. Baby, her mom whispered that morning. You always do. But inside the expo hall, Maya felt like she didn't belong. Until everything changed. The cop PS Officer Reynolds had been assigned security for the expo. A tall man with a stiff jawline and eyes that scanned every room like he expected trouble in every corner. When he first saw Maya standing alone beside her project, he frowned. Then he started walking toward her. At first Maya didn't notice. She was adjusting a wire on her device, humming softly the way she always did when she worked. Then a shadow fell across her table. You? He said sharply. Step away from the equipment. Maya blinked. I need to know who you belong to, he demanded. Where are your parents? She hesitated. My mom? She's at work. His eyes narrowed. Do you even have permission to be here? This event is for registered contestants only. I am a contestant, Maya whispered. He scoffed. With this? His voice was loud enough that a few nearby parents turned to look. A woman shook her head. These events are too open nowadays. A father muttered. Where are her guardians? She shouldn't be messing with that equipment. Maya's throat tightened. He tucked her hands behind her back so he couldn't see them. Shakeout Officer Reynolds crossed his arms. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the floor until we sort this out. But I worked all year for this, she pleaded. My name's on the list. I checked this morning. He stepped closer. Kid, I don't want to repeat myself. Pack up your things. Is there a problem? A judge had approached. Dr. Amelia Grant, lead scientist at the National Robotics Institute, one of the most respected minds in the field. Reynolds straightened. This kid might not belong here. Dr. Grant turned to Maya. What's your project, sweetheart? Maya swallowed. It's a portable communication device that self-powers using kinetic movement. It doesn't need batteries. It charges itself through motion. The judge raised an eyebrow impressed despite herself. Reynolds scoffed. Yeah, right. She probably copied that from the internet. Dr. Grant shot him a cold glare. Officer, I'll handle this. Reynolds muttered under his breath but stepped back. Maya's shoulders loosened, but she still looked terrified. Show me, Dr. Grant said gently. Maya pressed a button and shook the device twice. A small light blinked on. The internal coils convert movement to energy, Maya explained softly. Like a watch, but with a signal transmitter, it can send short messages up to 2 miles. Without a power source? The judge's mouth fell open. Did you design this yourself? Yes, ma'am. I built it from recycling yard parts. Dr. Grant touched the device like she was holding a treasure. Maya, this is groundbreaking. Behind them, Reynolds froze, his jaw tightened, eyes widening in disbelief. Because suddenly, every other judge was gathering. Then the expo director, then the National Science Committee representative. And the whispers began. Who is she? She built this alone. This is national-level genius. Maya stood in the center, overwhelmed, clutching the table edge like it was the only thing keeping her grounded. The moment the room goes silent hours later, with every project judged, the entire expo gathered in the auditorium. Maya sat near the back alone, knees bouncing, hoodie pulled tight, when her category was announced. She didn't expect anything. 3rd place, 2nd place. Then for 1st place in engineering innovation. And winner of the National Youth Medal. The hush fell. The presenter smiled. Maya. Carta! The room exploded with applause. Maya froze. Her heart stopped. She didn't move until Dr. Grant herself approached her. Come on, genius. This is your moment. Maya walked down the aisle trembling. Everyone watched her, some in awe, some in disbelief. She stepped on stage. The medal was placed around her neck. Camera flashes lit up. People cheered. And then a familiar voice shouted from the side. Officer Reynolds. He stood there pale as paper, his hand over his mouth, because right behind him, the double doors swung open, and Maya's mom entered the hall in her work uniform, still wearing her name badge from the diner. She had run straight from her shift, out of breath, tears in her eyes. Maya, she cried, rushing to the stage. Baby, you did it! Maya launched into her arms, sobbing. The entire auditorium melted. Even the judges teared up. But Officer Reynolds? He stayed frozen, humiliated, ashamed. Dr. Grant looked directly at him, said loud enough for the front rows to hear, "You almost threw out the brightest kid in this room." Reynolds lowered his head, unable to speak. Maya's mom held her tighter. "You see?" she whispered. "You belong anywhere your mind can take you." Maya cried into her shoulder. 'Cause today, she wasn't the girl people doubted, or the kid they tried to remove. She was a national science champion, and everyone knew it. The moral never judge a child by where they come from, what they look like, or who stands beside them. Genius has no age, no color, no boundaries, and sometimes the person the world tries to push away is exactly the one born to rise above it.